Hi, Tom from Elysia. We are in MESSE now, Frankfurt 2017. I'm going to show you the mPressor, our creative compressor. So the mPressor is a production, mixing, recording compressor. It's a very punchy, very fast and laser-tight unit that can do amazing things on, well, many instruments actually. It's the same kind of electronics you will find on the alpha compressor, our mastering compressor, but it's tuned differently, so you can get different sounds. And so tailor-made the way we build the circuitry to production and messing with transients and envelopes. So basically, on the top floor, you find the usual suspects of a compressor, threshold, attack, release ratio. I mean, nothing new there. But you can already see that we have an autofast, a button called autofast on the attack. Now this allows you to grab the transients with the minimum attack time of 0.01 milliseconds and then retain the value you might have set as your favorite value for the rest of the signal. So it allows you to grab those pesky transients that can be a problem with your headroom and yet not compress the entire part of the signal the same. So it's like having two compressors with two different threshold and attack times. So it's very handy to catch slap bass, transients, snare drums, all that jazz. So very handy feature. And then we have an anti-log, anti-logarithmic release as the alternate release on the mPressor. So it allows you to give this very slow progress back up to unity. And this is what you will be using to create pumping effects, especially if you pair it with the negative ratios that you will also get on here. If we turn to the right. So you will see, you will hear in a second what it does on the signal. It's very amazing. On the bottom row, we get the tilt EQ. It's more extreme than on the alpha compressor. You have +6, -6 on each side. Very nice sounding EQ. What it does is you choose your frequency, and if you turn the knob to the right, you boost above that frequency, it cuts below that frequency, and you can do the opposite. Boost the lows and then cut the highs. So it can do a lot actually. It's not a surgical type of EQ, but it can really change the focus of the track or of the signal, and it's very, very good sounding EQ. Then we have the gain reduction limiter. Very, very handy feature for a compressor. I wish every compressor could have that feature. So it basically allows you to say, okay, I don't want to compress more than 2 dB on my signal, and then there you are. Whatever happens on threshold attack release ratio, I can turn the negative ratio all the way up, and normally you would get that. Well, here, it won't go over 2 dB. So if you're working with an analog console and need to drive the console very, very hot, then it allows you to not draw 10, 15 dB of compression and just get what you need for the track. It's very, very nice. You can also use it as a creative feature, as it will create some gating and expansion effects paired with the negative ratios and anti-log. It's pretty amazing what you can do with this. And then the gain makeup. Well, the gain makeup already is a feature in the mPressor, because the way it's designed, it goes back into the circuitry to generate THD. So it's sort of color feature. The more you crank the gain, the more color you get out of the unit. So then again, it gives you options. So let's play some stuff. Enough talking. So I'm gonna start with something very standard. 2 dBs of compression, no gain reduction limiter. I have to mention that it's a feed-forward hard knee compressor, so it's very nervous. It's a very tight sounding unit. So on the drums, it makes for very upfront sounding, punchy sounding drums. So if I now put the higher release, longer release, I mean. The ambience. Now with the anti-lock. And the negative ratios.
So is between the two, between the left and the right, is everything tied, like linked together on one side apart from the gain?
Yeah. Besides the gain reduction limiter, and the EQ. So if you have an MS matrix, or you can do MS also in your DAW, then you can EQ center and side differently. I use the autofast. Here we have a very aggressive attack.
It really seems to catch it. It's not quite as like in your face.
No, all of a sudden it's very soft sounding. With the gain reduction limiter, type of stuff we can do. Like a gate. A bit of EQ. Or we could do the opposite. All of a sudden, and it's just 2 dB. So you can actually change the groove and create some all kinds of crazy envelope shaping effects.
So the Empress has been out for a while now, is it?
What's that?
It's been out for a while now, is it?
Yeah, it was released just after the alpha compressor. So it was 2007 we came up with the mPressor. So it's for some producers it's just the ultimate drum compressor for them. So a lot of big guys use it for the drum bus. But a lot of electronic producers also use it for all kinds of stuff. Synthesizers, all kinds of percussions. It's amazing on bass. It's a very tight unit, and you can also actually use it for mastering. It's the same type of electronics. So if you stay within the limit of, let's say, a dB and a half of compression, you can really come up with tight sounding, very upfront sounding mixes and masters without compressing too much. It's just a topology, just running signal through with this feed-forward Harmony type of topology gives you this very upfront sounding sound. Okay, so in last October 2016, we've released the mPressor 500. It's exactly the same compressor, same topology, same everything, but for the 500 series format. So, as we do always with our modules, there's one extra feature that is different. I mean, as you can see, there is no tilt EQ. I mean, that's the main difference between the two units. But we've added the THD Boost, and it's a very, very neat feature that allows you to clip. It basically clips the circuitry, so you can do self-clipping. You can, get rid of those transients, just round them off, and make everything softer, get more headroom, and yet retain, the clarity and the integrity of the signal. It's a very nice feature. For well, of course, if you crank it louder, then it will be audible and get a little more crunchy. But it's a very nice addition to the mPressor. Works really well, and it's of course less expensive and the same type of sound. So it's we're very proud of that unit.
But it's just mono.
So it's a mono module. Yeah, you need two to do stereo. And other than that, it's
basically the same.
Yeah, it's basically the same. And then we have those limited editions that we'll release. We don't have any, release plan. It's not like we release that every 6 months. It's just when we get a new idea for a new material, we come up with those special editions. This one is called the Beach Boys edition. It's wood front panel. It's a very, very unique looking edition. The previous one was with vinyl front panels, and that was very nice too. So every once in a while we come up with those limited editions modules, and we're very proud of those.
So all the 500 series modules are available now, or
So for the Beach Boys, for instance, we only have the X filter and mPressor. So sometimes it depends on the supply we get of this type of wood or this type of material. We can't always do all of them, so we sometimes just focus on one specific module, and then for the next idea or concept, sometimes we manage to get, for the vinyl edition, we managed to get all 4 modules. The mPressor 500 was not released at that point, but we got the mPressor, envelope, X filter, and character as a vinyl edition. It was really neat.
So the Beach Boys edition is actually completely sold out already, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Beach Boys sold in, 2 hours, and so it's basically sold out.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
Most welcome.